You control the interview that way. So you basically ignore what the question is and answer what you want to answer. And Donald Trump has mastered that. It's a very hard interview. Interestingly enough, when I went out on the tour, the history tour with him, he didn't do any of that. None of it. He answered every question I had. There wasn't one question he dodged. And he answered it in a pithy way. Wasn't any of this all over the place. But for a politician, it is shrewd to control the interview. You don't let a wise guy like O'Reilly make you look bad or ask you questions you don't want to answer. Okay? That is a calculation. The other calculation, as I said, is Donald Trump is going to run on grievance. He believes that most Americans, at least the majority that would put him back into office, are angry at a variety of things. And he's going to tap into that anger and say, I'm the only one who can avenge this, who can stop this madness. And we do have a lot of things to be angry about. Let's be honest in this country. We do. It's harder and harder and harder for working people to have what they deserve, which is a stable economy, a nice place to live, and a safe neighborhood. It's hard to have that now in many places in this country. And Trump's going to come in and say, I'm going to give it back to you. And only I can do it. That's what he's going to run on. But here's the ironic kicker. Running on grievance is the same thing that the people who exploit African Americans do. The African American culture in this country is based on grievance. We are not treated fairly. We never have been treated fairly. We are discriminated against based on skin color. Grievance, grievance, grievance. And it works. It works. And I'm going to prove that to you coming up. We're going to have a segment on reparations. Okay? That grievance has dominated African American politics for decades. For decades. Donald Trump is doing the same thing on a completely different audience, on a completely different level. But it's all about grievance. Could it work? Yeah, it could. And that's the memo. President Biden went to North Carolina today to tell everybody how great the economy is. Okay, and that's what you're going to hear from Joe Biden. Everything's great. There are no problems in this country that need to be fixed. I'm the greatest president, and that's that. Okay? So while Trump tells you the country's going down the drain, Biden's going to tell you the country's the greatest level ever because of me. So there you go. And, you know, the American voter is going to go, oh, yeah, like that. But when it comes right down to it, stripping away all the BS, as I always do for you, the Democrats and Biden are running against the grocery store. The Democrats and Biden are running against the grocery store in the next election. All right, now, new poll, Monmouth, so-so poll, all Democrats, 542 registered Democrats. Do you want Joe Biden to run again? Okay. Most of them say no. 40%, that's not most. 4 in 10 Democrats want Biden to step aside in 2024. 2 quotes from the poll. First one, 3 in 4 Democrats, 74%, have a favorable opinion of Joe Biden. Just 14% hold an unfavorable view. However, when asked if they want what they want to see happen in 24, if the choice was up to them, nearly half, 44%, would like Biden to step aside so someone else can run as a Democrat for president. Just 25% say their preference is for Biden to pursue a second term. That's an amazing last sentence. Just 25% of Democrats want Biden to run again. Okay. Second extrapolation, word of the day from the poll, quote, half, 51% of the Democrat electorate cannot offer a name when asked who they would like to see as the party's nominee if Biden does not run. Among those who do have a preferred alternative, Vice President Harris, 13% is the only potential contender who registers above single digits. Now I'm going to deal with that in the thought of the day, in the final thought of the day, okay? So the Democrats don't have anybody else. That's why Biden's still in the game. All right, he would have announced before if they had any strong candidate, which they